pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For everybody who, I think you've got the name tags wrong here. Just take this down. The supervisor's wife had surgery, so he will not be here tonight. I will make a motion to appoint Chris to be the chair. No.
Okay.
This is it.
This is it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll support. All four? Aye.
Aye.
Against?
No. Does anybody have anything they want to say?
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, not today. Okay.
We're not there yet. Okay, so you're gonna open it up to public time.
Okay, I'd like to open the meeting up to public time. Go ahead.
Leslie Getz. I'm assuming this is a relatively simple matter. I know it's just adding some property to the existing agreement, but just for the sake of public information, I'm hoping that during your discussion you'll give us a little bit more detail about the location of the parcel and clarify. I'm assuming any future site plans, anything like that, would then be approved by the city and would not involve the township anymore. And if there are any benefits or negatives to our township that you see to this proposal. Thank you.
Anybody else? Good. Anything to say? Anybody else?
Well, I'm the developer for that parcel, so if there's any questions that she has or you have, I'm happy to answer them.
So now you're gonna post a regular meeting and
Close the regular meeting and what? Excuse me?
open up the public.
Open up the public time? Okay. That's what we're doing. Open up the public time. All good?
Oh, I
Anything
guess I
else?
should have said my comments during the public hearing.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You're good.
It's 5:34.
So you're the developer, so what are your thoughts? What's gonna go on there?
So I have this. So what it is right now we build the condos on the Lapeer side of the property line. Let's say they're fourplex, threeplex, or duplex ranch condos. And so all we're doing is we're extending that same product along Woodbridge Drive. So for example, this is our current development here. And then this is Woodbridge Drive. So this is that small little sliver here that's Mayfield. And so we're just using the frontage that's already there.
This little chunk right here?
Just this little chunk right there, this little piece.
What's the acreage?
It's under an acre.
0.63 is what I saw.
Very close, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why this one here, that's why we're doing, trying to do a joint partnership on the taxes with Lapeer, because both sides are benefiting from the development.
What about setbacks and stuff? I don't see it. I just don't see the setbacks that are gonna be needed.
So this development was originally back in 2004 part of a larger master PUD where the roadways and the structures, this is the 2004 print, that they were already set up for this development. So we're now reinventing the wheel since 2004. In fact, what we're doing not that you're particularly concerned about it, but on the Lapeer side, we've actually brought down the density on the Lapeer. So there'll be less traffic by our development than what's even was approved in 2004.
This stuff isn't even out here yet, right?
No, that's not.
Yeah, we're just stops right here.
Yeah, we're just talking about this set right here. So, and this street here went from 11 proposed, and we're taking -7. So we're actually bringing less density.
Well, I listened to the public hearing for the city, but those aren't single dwellings, they're multi-unit.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't understand how you're saying there's less density, if there's more.
Sure. So over here along Woodbridge Park, you
Yep, I know where it is.
4, 8, 12, 16.
103 units.
12, 16, 20 units
Mhm.
along here.
Mhm.
And then what we're doing here is we're bringing it to 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 units.
I just don't see where they're gonna get all the setbacks and stuff at.
But that's on the city.
That's
We
on
don't
the
have,
city,
yeah,
right.
we don't have any, if you approve it, it's up to the city for setbacks, zoning, anything related to that. This is just whether or not to enter, or to extend the 425 to encompass that sliver. That's
But I
it.
guess my point is here's where we're talking, and everybody keeps saying, oh, there's not enough there to talk about. If we did that, they would get all of that. When I spoke to Nathan the first time, he seemed to think that we should split that, give the city this, and we take that. I'm for something like that, but I'm not for just giving it all to the city. If they want to redraw the line, okay.
I don't believe in that plan. It was, I'm not familiar with the 529 because Nathan and Lapeer struck that deal. But the impression that I got is that there isn't a split, but the township, Mayfield Township, is benefiting from the tax revenue from
For 20-some years, and then after that, it goes all into the city, and then we lose everything. So, because that's what the 425 is.
I would contend that this particular parcel here, absolutely nothing can be done with that piece, and this would only be.
It can be if you redraw the lines. Because the line doesn't have to be here. The line could go here and go down there, and then you keep this and you keep that. You know, we that part, they that part.
You could also make it a park and not have driveways.
I know this isn't my time to speak, but
What's a
if
public
you'll
hearing?
allow me, I'll
Different.
chime in. You know, I was at the city meeting and I felt I got some good answers about what was going on, but what occurred to me after is I think something that you're thinking about is that we can assign this to the city and then we lose control of what's developed there, and it does abut township property. It does abut our residents, and I think I would appreciate the board looking out for the interests of the township residents as well. You know, I didn't have any specific objections to that, but we want to make sure that our township and our citizens are benefiting and not being harmed by what may or may not go in there. That was my thinking.
Right. Because that was the way it was presented to me the first time I spoke to Nathan. And somewhere
Original
along the line
plans
it
from like
changed.
2003 showed a park on that corner.
Who are you, man?
I said, who am I?
Yeah.
Carol Rafferty. I live on Westbrook.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to figure out what's actually going on behind me and how it's gonna affect me.
Just to speak to the product that we're offering, I don't know how familiar are with our development, but it's a bricked, you know, facade on the units, far different than the product that's across the street.
Are you the same developer who's going to be over at Brookwood? Did I say it right?
That's a
Different one?
Yeah.
I thought I had pictures in here. Probably don't have that. Sure. This is all Nathan stuff.
So these other ones that are already out there, these other condos, those are already the cities as well, or those are individuals?
So this is a fourplex building, and then these are duplex buildings.
Yep.
So these are not built yet in our development, but we will be using the same building, you know.
That's your development there as well?
Correct, yeah, so this.
On the east side of the road,
Yeah, this
Yep.
lighted area here is what the same product that we're.
they're vacant right now, but
We're working our way up the street.
Yeah.
So we probably got 5 or 6 buildings here, and then this
I
is.
thought I had some drawings, but I don't see them now.
So are all the new buildings gonna be brick like the current ones there?
Yeah,
I think that's what he just said.
I'm not changing the product or design, you know, no vinyl, just same brick.
No, it's all cookie cutter pretty much, you know, it's the same, so.
Cause I think I seen that you said you've got, 103 units
Yes.
in the city so far, or proposed?
Yes.
Do they have to change their zoning to put, from R2 to put the, quads in? Or you're not aware of that?
No, it's as far as I'm aware that this is all PUD property all the way back from 2004. In fact, this whole property is playing for like 160 or 180 units, you know, which we pulled back on, just creating a little bit bigger units, a little bit, you know, nicer size, but.
Do board members have any questions of me? I mean, I can't help with the, you know, development or reconfiguring it, but if you have questions about the 425 agreement.
I didn't know if, I don't know, Cheryl, do you have any 425? At the end of the 425, whatever's in the 425 goes to the city. And we're
Yeah, after so many years.
2051.
50 years.
Chris, any questions of me?
I'm just still kind of wondering, so they're just gonna take that from us and that's just the end of that?
So the way it works is, for that period of time, between now and 2051, the land is conditionally transferred to the city. It can then be developed under the city zoning standards. The city takes control over zoning, but according to the agreement, it's R2 in your district. It can only be developed according to their R2 zoning district, and the agreement says the city's zoning ordinance is substantially similar to the township's, and I reviewed it, and it is. In fact, it's almost mirror image of it. And during that period of time, the city will pay the township the millage rate on that parcel. So if there's taxes that are generated during that period of time, they are paid to the township. And then after 2051, it's the city's. That's essentially how this deal is.
I just kind of feel bad, there's no room for the kids in that place as there is right now. I feel bad about that. I just don't know that we really need to stuff something in there like that. Kind of my thoughts.
Well, but our R2, you would be able to, and maybe I'm misunderstanding what a quad is, because to me a quad is 4 units in one building. That is not what you can do, I do believe, in our R2. You
So-
gotta go into like a, I forget what it is for, even like the duplexes up here are not in R2. They're-
So if it's a PUD, that may change things, but at least according to the agreement, it says that it will be developed according to R2. The city's R2 calls for single-family, home occupations, farms, schools, or libraries. The townships have single-family, crop production, public parks, home occupations, bed and breakfast.
Right, but a quad is not a single unit.
Well, it's not a single unit. Each unit, though, is a single-family dwelling.
Right, but we have different zoning for, like I said, the duplex,
I
which is up
understand
there
that.
in the corner of Farnsworth and Dale.
And if, you know, again, would be grounds, if you don't like that, or you wanna change it, then that would be grounds not to approve this, but that's, you know, I can't help you decide whether you like it or not.
Where are these people gonna park at?
So all these have full length driveways, so no one's hanging out into the street, so they're all attached 2-car garages, and you can park 2 cars in the driveway, so there's 4 per house. In our current development, I would say that 99.9% of all of them are of the senior community, so I understand where you're coming from with the children. It hasn't been our experience that this is it. But we also do full sidewalks, and our sidewalks are not adjacent to the curb. We do stop them off the curb, so we do have that aspect. You know, if children were on the roadways, our sidewalks are not curbside.
I just know I plow in that area there, and not in that same spot, but I go through there a lot, and everybody's parked out the road all the time. There's an issue with that, especially on the weekends. People visit, and I don't know what's gonna make them be more old people than young people, because that's kind of what's on that whole other side of the road.
Those are the 2-story buildings, yeah, there's a lot of kids.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids in there, and I don't know, I don't feel good about it. What are you guys' thoughts?
I already said what I think. I feel like, the first development we had was misrepresented. And now we're going to, have this piece of property, and like I said at the beginning, it was stated to me that we would work it out so that they got some, we got some. I was all for that, and now it's all like, we'll just give it to the city. I'm not, wrapping my arms around that.
Cheryl?
Well, after I've been listening to it, what your thoughts are, I agree more with Julie, is that splitting the redrawing the line seems more beneficial to both sides.
Township friendly.
Yeah.
Now, can I add a little bit to being a resident there?
Yep.
My biggest issue, well, not biggest, there's quite a few, but one of them is as much hardscape as you're adding there, their drainage from that is gonna be horrendous. From what I can see right now, you're draining it into the 2 existing ponds. And those are, you call it detention ponds, but they've been freshwater ponds for as long as I've lived there, which is about 14 years now. Between the chemicals that are going on the lawns, the cars, and whatever debris they go into the streets, all that stuff's gonna be washed in. Those are gonna end up being cesspools full of garbage and chemicals.
And that was brought up at the, I don't know, were you at the city's, public
No,
hearing?
no,
That was brought
watch
up
it
at the
online,
city's
but-
public hearing as well about
Yeah.
the water.
Plus, the fact,
Runoff.
like I say, there's nothing, like you said, there's nothing there for kids. Originally, the original plan showed that corner that you're talking about, 425, at least part of that was supposed to be some little park. You know, right now, you're just putting all these cookie cutter buildings there, expecting all these people between the 2 developments, the one by Zelman and this one, where are all these people coming from? My property value is gonna plummet if that happens. You're not gonna be able to sell the house, and you can barely get rid of the ones that are there right now. And then like the other one, they're deciding, well, they can take low income families over there after 5 years. What's gonna happen here when these are vacant? Not to say I'm low income too. I'm a parapro. I don't make that much money, but I'm struggling to keep what I've got. And like I say, with the tax rate's gonna go up on the house, that is gonna go down.
If I can make a suggestion, because I understand where you guys are coming from with 529. I don't believe that you have the full picture of the 529, and if gentleman's name in assessing.
Oh,
Nathan?
If Nathan, if we can table this, if Nathan was available, maybe the next meeting, or to brief us a little bit better on 529. I do think that there's a lot more wins for Mayfield than I think that is being illustrated.
I've spoken to Nathan, and actually that's why Mike is here, so that he can explain, and it's a 425. And at the end of the 425, the property goes all to the city. Right now, we get a stipend, they get a stipend. At the end of the, what is it, 2051? 2051, we're out. So, I understand it.
And so, you know, all I can contribute to the conversation, I mean, none of this is legal, this is all public policy here. But if you don't approve the agreement, which is certainly within your discretion, then it stays within the township at 0.63 acres. And it remains undeveloped unless someone purchases it and develops it. And you would be collecting whatever taxes are on that vacant parcel.
Mm-hmm.
So the if it is developed, there's going to be a higher taxes on it, and you get it. So
Sure.
I think that is a consideration, which is if you don't approve it, what are you getting at that point?
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's a public policy decision. So if there's no questions about how it operates,
I just feel that it's just jamming houses in there where we don't have enough room there now. That's how I feel about it. And there is no place for anybody. I can only imagine more people right there. I mean, I'm not for that.
Again, I just think there's an opportunity to redraw those property lines and make them, and I know the reason why, because Nathan in the beginning was for the way I explained it, because he explained it to me. And then he did change his view on it. But the little we get is not gonna make a break.
so option one is you make a motion to approve it as presented. Option two is you make a motion to deny it. Option three is to postpone it if you wish to have Nathan here. Those are the options.
Well, I'm gonna make a motion.
Can I make before you move?
Yep, you surely can.
All right.
Oh, you're doing it.
Because I'm hearing both of the sides, and in a matter of trying to be a medium guy, is there a way that if you guys see the benefit of increasing the tax base and you say, hey, Sandro, you know, can you take out a building, can you move some things around, you know, can we have park space or do something, you know, somewhere, let's say on the Mayfield side, you know, to kind of just make it more inviting to the community. I'd be open to that, you know.
That would be the same as a postponement.
Right, but after, if we say if we denied it, they can always come back and say, we're gonna do it a different way. I mean, it's not like it's gone forever.
Well, that's what happened before, they had whatever projected and didn't turn out to be what it was.
That's correct. And I forgot, you have to close the public.
I'd like to close the public time now. Am I
Public
correct?
hearing
Public hearing time
and open the regular
and
meeting.
open the regular meeting back
At 5:55.
now.
And I'm gonna make a motion to deny. Can I just say the resolution as presented?
Yes.
That's my motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call,
Chris, here.
no.
Russ. Oh, I need to say roll call. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Roll call.
Maasch,
Yes.
we're, by saying yes, you're agreeing to deny.
Right.
Okay. Schlaud, yes. Engelman, absent. Frisch, absent. And Kile.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Mike.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to adjourn
I'll
Make a
second.
motion to adjourn at what?
at
5:55.
5:56.
I don't want to leave you out. Did you see this at the last meeting?
I did not,
Just so you know,
because I knew you had it, but there were so many people.
just so you know what
But,
we're
you
talking
know,
about.
yeah.
So
I
it's-
didn't have a clear picture.
Right.
I knew the area, but not a clear picture of exactly where we were talking about.
So it's this little piece right here. See this dark line? So it's just this piece right here.
Yeah, and I understood, I think, that my question was answered at the city meeting about why, and it was explained that, you know, you can't build because that's blocking between the street and the property, you know, and I fully understand.
Yeah,
I'm just,
targeting, get 10 shot
I'm
targets and
somewhat
then,
familiar with that
can't modify
neighborhood
it,
because I
gotta
have
do
friends
that
that live over
It's
there.
kinda neat.
And
Kinda
my
like playing cards, I guess,
concern
and they
was
shoot
that,
matchsticks.
you know, the
I mean, you're
single
shooting
family
probably through the wall.
residences.
So you could
And
shoot your
then,
neighbor's chicken.
the township totally loses control, so the city can do whatever.
No, it's inside
And,
the wall.
and
Remember, it's just a
then
little
our
bit of
residents are
so
right there,
basically what they
and
have
we
is
don't
it's a
have
little wall.
control
They
over,
have a packing
what
blanket,
the city
just
does
hanging
at
there
that
about that
point.
far away from the wall.
you know, not that I don't trust you, you know, but like, you know, let's look out for the township's interests, so, I
But it's a
appreciate
lot of
you
fun.
explaining, you know, I went to the city meeting because I really just wanted information, I just wanted to know what was going on, and
Have
everything
fun.
was explained very well.
Is he?
I seen him at
Not
Mayor the
not
other
trying to
day.
hurt you.
No,
June
no,
ninth.
but I hope you can understand our
Shopping
position
for
that
the
like, then
township.
we lose control of any permissions or any, you know, I mean, the city could go crazy and grant you permission to do some real wild thing there, you know, which is not what we legally do, you know, but
I'd rather
things
fish than not
happen,
eat
you
it.
know, things happen, or property gets sold to somebody else, or a new developer, you know, or something, and, you know, while we trust you,
You better do something, otherwise he's sitting on his ass.
things do happen.
It's like, you guys are like the Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah.
The Mayfield versus Lapeer.
Give it to somebody who will appreciate it.
Okay, well, I just wanted to share.
Thank you very much.
I never did that, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. See, my dad never took us, my grandpa took me. So,